After all you guys have put us through, us good men through, you wonder where have all you have the audacity to ask that where have all the good men gone? You wonder where they have all gone? Really? Really? I'll tell you where they have gone. That guy who came up to you last Saturday at the grocery store while you were shopping, the guy who looks at you in your college campus and smiles and you just look away, and the guy who came up to you at the grocery store, you just looked at him and you said you had to go, you were in a rush. The guy in your class who helps you out with his homework, and all you give him is a pat on the shoulder. The guy who asked for your number and you give him your Snapchat, which is very disrespectful. Those guys, after getting rejected over and over again, have decided to stop approaching. They have left. Good man, a man's job was to go to college, be successful, help the family out, provide and protect for the family, do the good things for the family. Once you even take that away from him, what is he left with? What do I mean by you taking that away from him? I mean this feminist ideology that you all have been believing in. That you now are supposed to do the man's job. You are supposed to go to college and get the degree and start bringing the bread at home. You are not supposed to be dependent on anybody. You're supposed to do your own thing. So what are men even for? You tell me. You're asking, where have a good man gone? Why do you even want a man? Because apparently, I'll tell you why. Just for a quick lay, right? For a relationship, right? Well, a man doesn't think like that, and you can't force us to think like that. Just because you have been brainwashed does not mean that we want to be brainwashed. A man still wants to feel that he's the provider and protector in the relationship. That gives him a purpose to date you, to be with you. Once you take those away from him, he has nothing to give to you. And that's when he feels useless, insecure, jealous. That's when your relationship goes to crap. You have discarded good men all through your life. Men with good, real intentions for you. Because you were too busy running after the quarterback, the basketball star, the rapper of the high school, of the college, the fraternity president, the frat boys, the quote-unquote cool kids. That's what you're busy going after. So all these good men, do you know what they were doing? They either probably gave up. They said, what's the point? I'm not even going to get anything either ways. Or they learned game, which I don't, and I'm not even going to talk about this in this video. Or they have learned game to be like those cool kids, to be like those bad boys. Or they have gone their own way to do their own thing, whatever that thing that makes them happy, that makes them successful, whatever. Or there's some men who are chasing success because they know success is going to make you chase them. In all four of those scenarios, I completely support with whatever you guys are doing. Okay? Because I can't blame any men out here for doing this, for trying to survive in this society, in this feminist society. I can't. We all want to be loved. But at the end of the day, the truth is, y'all ladies are miserable. You think this high school, this early college days dilemma is going to last for the rest of your life? You're going to be getting guys' attention right and left like this for the rest of your life? It's going to be all sunshine and roses and you're going to have this roster of guys to choose from for the rest of your life? I'm sorry to tell you, sweetheart, it's not going to be like that. And even if you have this roster of guys that you can choose from, you're still miserable because deep down inside of you, you know that none of these guys have any good intentions for you. All they want to do is bang you and move on. And you're picking the hottest of those guys on that list. And you keep telling yourself, that's okay, I'll have my fun now, I'll have my quote unquote experience now, and when I'm ready to settle, that's when I'll find that good man. No, you won't, because you're discarding these good men now. And once you get to that age, when you're ready to settle down, quote unquote, because you never really settle. A woman really never settles. She just goes through phases. That's all she does. When you're ready to settle down for that, you're not going to even be able to see what makes a man a good man. Those characteristics, those clues and cues and hints that you need to look out for when you're talking to an individual, when you're looking at an individual up and down. You are so damaged by that point mentally that all you have left is a very strong, thick, and long wall of ego in front of you. That good man has to jump through and break through with an ironing with a hammer. 100,000 feet long hammer to get to you. Why would he do that? Because at that age, when you're ready to settle down with a good man, most likely this good man has his stuff together, his life together, so he is now successful, ladies. Why would he do all that to go after you when he can offer that thing to somebody 10 years younger than you who has not been as damaged as you? You are far more damaged at age 28 than you were at age 18. That's not to say that 18-year-old girls are not damaged. Yes, they are. Girls start becoming damaged when they're 15 because that's when they're losing their virginity. As soon as she loses her virginity, she starts becoming damaged. Because that guy that she just lost her virginity to, 98% of the time, he's not going to stick around with her for the next however long years she lives. But that 18-year-old is not as damaged, hasn't slept with as many guys as a 28-year-old has. Or a 38-year-old has. So a 38-year-old man would not want to waste his time and energy that he spent all these years building his empire up while you were in college getting just ran through by guys one after one, the whole college football team probably, and going after this useless, worthless college degree that you just wasted this 20 years on while he was using that time to build his empire up. He's not going to give all that to you now. You have nothing left to offer to him. You are so damaged that even if you knew how to cook and clean, your subconscious would be telling you not to do that because that makes you a weak woman. Because you are believed that you are a strong, independent woman. Where have all the good men gone? They have been emasculated. They have been being emasculated. I can't even say the word. Emasculated. Emasculate? Okay, I'm not even going to try it. The word is not coming in my head. But you guys know what I'm saying. These boys, little boys, when they're in elementary school, middle school, high school, they're being taught to dumb down their masculine side, to respect women regardless of what they do, to go to college and get a bunch of student loan debt, to get married and get divorce raped. They don't have a role model to look up to. Single mother epidemic is spreading quicker than any other epidemic ever in the history of epidemics. They have no role model. These rappers that they look at, you think they're role models? The successful men, quote unquote, that they say? This successful businessman, the real estate investors, this and that, they're vague on YouTube. They don't want to share their story. They don't want to tell them. They don't want to guide these little boys how to succeed, how to strive towards success. Because it's some cold, harsh truth that you need to swallow first before you can become successful. And as soon as you start opening your mouth up about those truths, people start hating you. Just like y'all are here watching this hating me. Because you have nothing better to do with your life. So that's why they keep their mouths shut, because it's going to lose their business. They're going to lose their business model doing that. Dan Bilzerian, you really think he's a role model? He's a trust fund baby. So there's no good role model. Dads are being stripped away from their kids. And dads who are in the relation are still in the family are being silenced by the mom. No, this is not how you raise a kid. This is how you raise a kid. We do what I want to do. And we all know that females cannot make logical decisions. Every important decisions they make is based on emotions and feelings. You really think women would be able to run the world better? Yeah, there might not be any war if women are running it, but war is necessary. There's been wars and battles throughout history all the time because it is necessary. There has never been and there will never be a world where everybody is peaceful and happy and everybody wants to share. There never will be like that. This is why we need to have power. So somebody else cannot take what you have. Even in relationship, it's a power struggle. Don't let, you keep telling these men, these little boys, relationship is about partnership. It's not. It's about powership. It's always a power struggle. The female is always wanting to take the power away from males, using her emotions, using her tears, using her manipulative tactics, telling him, oh, this is not, if you loved me, you would do this for me. If you loved me, you would do that for me. This is all taking the power away from him. She will tell you this is what a relationship is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the partnership, just so you do what she wants you to do. Just so you start being the female in the relationship. That's what our little boys are learning. They're watching these movies where you see this women are kicking, being the badass of the film. How many women do you know who know how to fight? Who know how to do badass things? How many women do you know versus men? But they're portraying this Disney fantasy that women can do it all. And that's what our little boys are seeing. This is what men are growing up to see. The complete false. So once they're out in the real world, in the real life, where all they have learned in their high school and middle school days are complete BS, and they cannot actually use that information about life to use it in real life. And also in real life where they see that they're not being empowered anymore. You really think men are being empowered? Look at the amount of scholarships female get in colleges now versus the amount of scholarships men get. The ratio is 2,000 to 60, somewhere along those lines. 2,000 women's scholarship versus 2,060 scholarships for men. So when they are thrown out into the real world with zero life knowledge, obviously they're not going to have any experience because they're young, but zero life knowledge and skills to manipulate through life, they're gone. These little boys are gone. They're not going to become any man anymore, let alone good men. This is where good men have gone, and is going to keep decreasingly go up, that number of good men just completely going away. Valentine's Day is coming up. People are not buying as many roses anymore. People are not buying jewelry anymore. People are not even getting married anymore as much. Divorce rate has gone up significantly higher. Nobody wants to talk about any of that, right? Everybody wants to talk about female empowerment. Well, these are the unintended consequences that you get. I'm sure you weren't expecting all that when feminism first came out, were you? But now you have to deal with it, or you have to start being in or you have to start just completely getting rid of this feminist ideology, which I know females won't do. Or your third option is becoming one man side chick. And that one man is the top 5% or 10% of women. The top 5 or 10% of men. The high quality of men. Being one of his side chicks. Which is, all three of these routes are, and not all three of them. The second route, if you completely get rid of feminist ideology and you start becoming more and more feminine, that is the only way you'll achieve true happiness again. If you don't believe me, that's fine. None of this, you don't have to believe in any of this that I'm saying right here. You can curse me out, do whatever you want to, dislike, whatever. But it's not going to make your life any better. You're still going to go back to your miserable, no meaningful life. Meaningless life. Miserable, meaningless life as soon as you get out of this video. The choice is yours.